Like black women.
Yeah.
Typical black tees. Check it out.
Huh? Huh? All right. You know how we do it. Yo, this is a real chill, you know what I mean? Real chill intro. I kind of like it. Might want to drop a bar or two. What you think?
No bars.
Bars?
Keep it chill. Keep real mellow.
Okay, alright.
I'm feeling the vibes. It's my first time on air. See, y'all bear with me tonight.
You gonna do alright, brother.
Oh, I know.
I got you.
I'm alright. I know I'm alright. Got a lot of things to talk about. It's a lot going on. I ain't really had a chance to be on here before, so y'all stay tuned.
Oh, don't worry, brother. Please. Can I do my job?
Oh, my fault.
Cut the music. Can I do my job? Can I introduce you? My Lord. Jesus Christ.
I was just trying to help.
I understand your argument.
Okay.
I do. Welcome to Win DC Radio. I am your host, JR, with the DGB podcast, Dream, Ground, Believe. And I'm here today with a special guest, one of the original crew members. Introduce yourself, brother. And I need IG, Facebook, Twitter. Give them all that info. Who you with, who your brand. Talk to them real quick.
Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Daniel. Day, I have many monikers, but mainly on everything you can see me on as Daddy.Awesome. That's DANNY-AWESOM. No E because I couldn't get that one. So yeah, that's it. Please also visit Typical Black Tees. Check out the Select Black Women shirt. All the above. We have a bunch of lines out. So just check us out. Typical Black Tees on IG, Facebook, typicalblacktees.com as well.
All right. Typical Black Tees, elect black women. I like that, brother. That's real catchy. What was the one that was really like black ass tees? Why don't you talk to us about what your brand represents and the concept of your clothing line?
So it started out mainly as something my wife wanted to do for me on Father's Day. She made me a black ass dad tee, and it just had a fist on it. It was real big. Really, I had no thought into it. It was just something she wanted to do at the time, and I thought it was cool. And we came to a place where we, kind of lost almost everything. And she had a little bit of a 401k in her company that let her go. We used that to live off of, and also start this company. Because I kind of put it in her like she should just do this. You did a nice shirt. It was no thought put into it, and it was still a nice shirt. So I said, let's take a little bit of that money and invest in the company. So we started Typical Black Tees. At the time, it was black ass tees. We started off real racy. We liked it. We liked it that way. We still have the racy part, the racy aspect of the company, but we changed it because Facebook and IG would not allow us to advertise with black ass tees as the name of our brand. So we switched over to Black Ass Tees. The company's been thriving. We've been on MSNBC. We've been slightly viral on social media, but the MSNBC thing was our biggest thing to date. We made a shirt that says, it's the remix to Ignition, R. Kelly should be in prison, and one of the people that we sent the shirt out to wore it on MSNBC one day, and after that, things have kind of been steadily growing day after day after day. My wife is doing an amazing job with the company. It is totally hers. I help her where I'm needed. Yes, it's our company, but it is totally her baby. She takes care of it, and that's kind of how we, got to where I am right now. I'm wearing this shirt. This is one of our first shirts that kind of went slightly viral, but other than that,
Okay, that's what's up, brother. That is what's up. So what, Matt asks, what is y'all, so what's the goal? Are y'all trying to become like a name brand, your own fashion? Like, where's Black Ass Tees going?
The overall goal is definitely to become 100%, self-sufficient in whatever we do. And that doesn't just happen with one stream of income. Me and the cameraman were talking about that before we got started. There's no way to actually gain wealth from a job, but there's also no way to stay wealthy with just one stream of income, unless that stream is one of the top 5 streams in the world, Amazon, Google, you name it, one of those. There's no way to really do that. So We're trying to start something small, turn it into 3 or 4, 5 different things. Hopefully, one of them pops and the rest take off after that. That's kind of the goal. But also to create black awareness in the fashion industry and the food industry. We're about to start doing other things with food with our kids. We have 2 sons, Dawson and Dash, and they're beautiful boys. And we're gonna start making food with them online on YouTube, making YouTube videos and things like that. Just kind of offering some alternatives on in social media and in life in general, because there's just no black outlets. We want to make lollipops, because there's no black candies to buy from. We want to make just black everything that we could think of.
Black.
You know what I mean, and not to kind of alienate anyone. Contrary to popular belief, the 80% of the people that buy from us have been Caucasian, and that's no lie. We've had some of the raciest things you can think of, and white women love it, and I love the fact that they love it because it shows the diversity in the exclusivity, if that makes any sense to anybody out there. Everybody loves black, so I think we're using that and taking that platform to another level. Just trying to maintain where we're at and go to higher heights, and hopefully, become self-sufficient like I originally said.
All right. My man's got a plan. All right, cuzzo.
Something like that.
I see you, nah, ain't nothing. Listen, I understand the humbleness is part of the game, but fuck that, nigga. You doing your thing. I'm sorry, I gotta stop saying nigga.
Nah, you not. Please say nigga.
All right, well, fuck it then, nigga. Goddamn it.
I love the word nigga.
Shoot.
I say nigga 7 times before I wake up in the morning. It makes my teeth white.
Oh my lord, nigga.
There you go.
Okay,
Paul
cool.
said that. I ain't say that. Paul
Lord
said
Jesus. So look here. What I'm gonna do here, since you haven't been here, right? I'm going to touch on some of the past topics just to get your perspective on some of the things that we have all discussed about. So one of the things that we all talked about, and it was a reoccurring topic that we just had to discuss, and I would really love and really would appreciate your hilarious opinion, because I know you got one for me, brother. I know you do, okay? Jussie Smollett. Jussie. I'm gonna bring it back up only.
I'm gonna be okay. So hold on.
I know.
Hold on, because I know you about to go somewhere. I know you about to go somewhere with this. And I honestly, at first, the whole situation was hilarious to me. Not gonna lie, but I will say I will refrain from further damaging his image. But I make a joke.
Damage.
Hold on, I'll go ahead and make jokes, but I do want to say this: we have a tendency to just overkill on someone, and I don't want to.
All right, cool.
Do that.
All right, yeah, we got to. Save that later.
But the whole situation seemed dumb from the get up. Like,
I have so many questions.
Everybody I know in Chicago was on Facebook and Twitter saying, "Ain't no way that man was walking the subway at 2 a.m. in the morning where he lived. No way. By himself, no way."
You're not
that's numero uno.
Uh-huh.
Second of all, there's Grubhub. There's so many outlets for someone with money that makes $60,000 or so an episode to attain food at that late hour. And thirdly, who just is walking around with a rope and
bleach?
Hold on. Yes, bleach. A rope. Some bleach. Bleach at 2 a.m. Hold on. Here's the kicker. It's not the rope.
So it's not the bleach. No, bleach is not the kicker.
Bleach ain't the kicker at all.
What's the kicker?
They yelled his name from across 2 a.m. Black man.
But he said he was white. They said he was white. He said he was white. He hired 2 black men and said they were white.
But they yelled. Who's waiting for you to go to Subway? Somebody tell me, who's waiting?
Oh, God.
Who's not just waiting, plotting, waiting? This nigga got to go to Subway at some point tonight. Tonight's the night he goes to Subway, and we want to be ready.
Not the studio.
Not the studio. Not to go work out.
None of that.
This nigga's going to Subway at some point to get him a foot long.
Oh, my
No
God.
pun intended.
Oh,
This is
God.
ridiculous, but I will not further damage his name other than that.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so that was a couple of the scenarios, right? Let's dive. Let's continue this humor. What did he send to the what substance did he send to the job? Crushed Tylenol.
So,
right?
I'm gonna be honest.
It was.
I'm gonna be honest. Other than this is the funniest thing of this whole scenario, and why I slightly don't care about defaming him, but I slightly do at the same time because he is a black man. But the nigga called himself the gay Tupac.
Yeah, fam. Wait a minute. Come back here. So, okay.
I'm not homophobic.
No, you're not homophobic.
No.
Y'all know I ain't homophobic.
I'm not saying there can't be a gay Tupac.
But why?
You ain't Tupac for walking the subway at 2 a.m. and getting a noose hung around your neck and bleach poured on you. You got shot now? You got shot a bunch of times?
Nah, nigga got bleach. And then he left it
all. You spit on reporters or something?
And then he left it. But then he left the
Are you dropping, like, generational knowledge? How would you do, like, why would you, in that situation, did you thought that was the moment that you would dub yourself the gay? Other than that, I'm done. Sorry.
Bro.
I'm sorry. I done switched my hat so more times than Ray J.
I wish I had my hat. I join you in the switchage. I swear. So wait a minute. Okay. All right. We're not gonna give Jesse too much time.
I done gave it too much already.
Right.
But that's it.
But it's
long
just so
overdue.
many questions though.
I know.
He hired black people to be white men.
His trainers. Amazing. People that have already been on the show.
Hey, did you see them? Like you saw a picture of them?
No. I didn't.
Bruh.
Other than
he didn't just hire any old regular black people.
Other than what scrolled down my social media timeline, I knew nothing about the story.
My nigga, he hired 2 Nigerian warriors.
I heard. That was God.
Like, I'm not fighting them with a weapon. They can have nothing. I can have I'm not fighting them.
I don't. Like, there has to be some erotic fixation that happened there, and I don't want to put any more on it than I just said. But that's weird that you would even do this.
Like, let's dive into his mind. Like, why? Like,
I'm not doing this. We can move on. We can move on.
So you don't want to know why he did this?
No.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely not. That's a rabbit hole you don't want to.
You know what?
No pun intended, and I'm gonna say that all night.
No pun intended. Okay. All right, then in other news, let's get into this.
Yeah, please.
Let's get into this man time. Let's get into this man time, y'all.
All right, man time.
Man time. Well, during man time, I know it's our first segment with that, but what do men typically talk about? Basketball. And what is vastly popular in our culture today? Basketball.
Yep.
And when it comes to this basketball, there's a sensation going on right now. At first it was LeBron, but now there's a newcomer. And his name is Zion Williams. So, Daniel, D, got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Zion Williams. Is Williamson or Williams?
Williamson.
Williamson, okay. The incident that happened with him when he ripped out of his shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he should have held Nike to the fire? Do you think he should have tried to negotiate something crazy? Because I understand that he has like $150 million waiting for him.
So,
but I'm just saying, would you have done more?
I'll say this: it depends on the type of person you are. I'm this notion that, and I had this notion that everybody should fight for something. That's not everybody's personality. Not saying that he wouldn't fight for something more, but he just wants to play basketball. He's made that, ever present, with his play, with even his interviews after the first game he came back. He was just like, I just want to play basketball. I could care less. I'm in a good situation. I got Coach K. I got my friends that I want to play for. I'm in a good situation. He just seems like a kid with his head on straight. He just wants to play basketball. So with the whole Nike thing, I don't think he wanted to take it and overblow the situation or make it greater or bigger than what it was. And in a sense, now Nike has to have his back. You get what I'm saying? He has a whole shoe with his name on it and everything. You get what I'm saying? So let's say he did go and, you know, just blow social media up, started campaigns, screw Nike or whatever. You know, now he's already dug himself in a hole with one. Now, yes, that would have put him in a great space with Adidas and all the other people that want to pick him up, Under Armour, so forth and so on. He was going to get a bag regardless. But Zion is not thinking about that. Zion just wants to play basketball. He just wants to play basketball. And I think burning a bridge this early, because Nike is, regardless, yes.
I wouldn't say
Yeezy and Adidas is making a push against Nike for being the biggest brand as far as shoes there are. But Nike is still top dog. And to overblow a situation like that. He's a 285-pound human being, bro, playing a sport as fast as a 210-pound human being. You gotta think about the. But they have to reinforce.
He didn't do anything that was like.
Oh no,
you know what I'm saying? Like he just.
It was forceful. It doesn't have to be different. I think it was a forceful pivot, and it was like that was it. That was all the shoe needed. All shoes are made in China, from the same material.
So
for $1.25.
So why did his foot? Like they didn't answer that question.
285 pounds.
Is he bigger than Shaq?
Shaq didn't wear Nikes.
So okay then. So now,
Shaq had to have custom-made shoes at all times. You understand that? This is a size 23 shoe. Every shoe he had to be custom-made. That's a different.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if I'm the people around Zion, so this means we need to talk about the people around Zion. Because if I'm them, this is a business opportunity where you would listen. Hey, let's negotiate something now, because you have the upper hand right now.
I understand.
My foot came out of your shoe on national television.
I understand exactly.
I don't think he should have just settled for the 150.
And that's your personality. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, 10 years.
You're a fighter. Not saying he won't be a fighter, or we haven't seen him, you know, held against the fire yet to see that he is a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's been in the, like, he hasn't had his, you know, earth-shattering moment where his world is crumbling down yet. You know, where he's not in the limelight anymore, or that everybody's picking on him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's still heralded to be number one. He's still heralded to get probably a great contract after his first 3 years, whatever, after his rookie contract. He's still going to be like the number one ticket everybody wants to see for the next 2.5 years. So, like, he just wants to play basketball. He's going to be fine. When we see him held to the fire, we'll see what type of fighter he is. I don't think this was, he at least in his eyes, was the time to fight for something.
Okay.
He wants to finish the season with his friends.
All right, then let's make this transition then. Should college athletes get paid? And now the reason I asked that, following the Zion,
and I knew that's kind of where we were going with this.
Yeah, because they had a record selling.
He would be the one, and honestly, he would be the one to change to really drastically change that culture, but he doesn't want to be the one.
Super Bowl tickets,
like
being sold at Duke games.
This is my thing though. Colin Kaepernick sat so Lamar can run. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So if you got to look at it like that, there are going to be martyrs. He's not the one.
Okay. He has to.
If Michael Jordan was a martyr, we don't get to see the greatest basketball player ever lace up. Michael Jordan went through his 3 years, did what he had to do.
But bro,
Super
Bowl tickets at a regular season Duke basketball game. Give him a stipend or something.
No, they can't.
Get a point.
They can't. They made those rules
I
a long
think
time ago.
college players should get paid.
Can't be compensated. But
because my question is, where does
BS rule? But it's still a rule.
Where does the money go? Who gets it? The school?
The school and the deans and all the people that, you know, it's a corrupt system. We know it is,
I'm
bro.
just saying.
We get it. Everything's corrupt. We got government, you know, everything's freaking corrupt. Shutting up.
All right now.
There's a bunch of corrupt agencies throughout America. The NCAA is just one of them. Amazon don't pay taxes, my Negro. Like they about to be $1 trillion company. If they pay taxes, it would kind of hurt the deficit. Like, but it's not being talked about. So
Well, let's talk about it then. Why isn't
going down this rabbit hole? I knew it.
I wasn't
we
trying
to. I know. I said one thing and then we go down this rabbit hole.
I mean, why isn't Amazon paying taxes?
I mean, they found ways. They found loopholes. I mean, there are legal loopholes, but they're still crap. It's still BS to the normal American who has to pay $30,000 out of whatever they getting or whatever. I just said $30,000 as a arbitrary number, but 30% or whatever of whatever they make. It's ridiculous. But it also teaches us that every person should have a home business of some sort. To monetize your home, get taxes not taken out so much, and we got to learn it first. We got to learn the loopholes. We got to learn the verbiage, all of those things. But yeah,
and I think that our kids need to start. Okay, well, not our kids because they don't know, but our parents, the parents, need to start beating entrepreneurship into them, like really. Because schools aren't teaching the kids how to have money work for them. Schools are teaching them how to get a job.
We all need work ethic. I think some form of working gives you work ethic. If I didn't mow lawns for my first job out of high school, I wouldn't have this type of work ethic that I have now in doing the jobs that are less,
we can't say
painstaking.
I can't say that because if you was to have the knowledge coming out of high school on how to make money work for you.
Oh no! Honestly, you're right. You're right. There's some school of thought where if you teach somebody just simply how to make money, they won't have to work as hard. Mm-hmm. Yes, but you also have to have money to make money.
Facts.
Like those people usually come from money. Like that's not something you can go tell Devontae shooting at 3 a.m. Hey, let me give you this knowledge real quick.
I got drinks. Hold on, I gotta get these shots.
Exactly. Nah, let me give you this knowledge real quick, so you can if you ever get some money, you can invest it, and you know what I mean. Like, come on, like it's that's not practical. So you got to get a job in order to get some money to invest and start making those type of money moves to where you don't have to put in the painstaking work that it takes to go to a 9 to 5 or a 10 to 6 or a 3 to 11. Any 8-hour shift to 12-hour shift that you made work. It's yes, we want to get to the point where we just use our brains and our know-how to make money, but that's not practical to the everyday American.
So how can we make that practical? What could be the practices to make it
capitalism? There's no possible way to make that happen in capitalism. No possible way.
Okay. Let's get back to basketball.
Yeah. That's a very alright turn we took.
Yeah. I don't know how we got there. Really don't.
We was talking about Zion.
and money.
We went to the NCAA. And I will say this. Mm-hmm. The NCAA, on the NCAA thing, I wanted to say this. I think at some point, someone will get it, and the biggest athlete in the world will say enough is enough and create their own league at some point.
Oh, it's already happening, brother. Well, first of all, LeVar put that idea out there in the atmosphere anyway. But David West. Yep. David West went on Wall Street and they signed off on it and gave him a loan to start the league where college athletes can get paid. So, want to wait on that.
And I'm not just talking about, I was talking about on even a grander scale. Michael Jordan is the only black owner that we have in the National Basketball Association. He's the only black owner in the 4 major sports, I believe.
Jay-Z? What's Jay-Z? Oh no, he's a
part-time owner, and he's not even. I think he sold that. I think he's just an ambassador for the Brooklyn Nets now. If I'm honest, somebody can fact check me, please. But I believe he's just an ambassador. I think he sold whatever he had to get that bag, and I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either. Cause he's got rock. He Rock Nation, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean,
okay.
my overall thing is that the biggest athlete in the world, or close to the biggest athlete, like somebody on Kevin Durant's level right now compared to LeBron James, or somebody on anybody in the upper echelon of any major sport to start their own league. It's not gonna change the way it is because there's no diversity in ownership. So most of the rules will continue to stay the same and outlaw how black people want to celebrate, how black people feel, our emotions, what we say, what we do on the court, how we walk, how we dress. All that will continue to be topic of discussion and will continue to be fines and all of these things because we are not the ones in control.
Control is everything.
They've taken away celebrations, given them back, restructured them. Like, do you see how much control? Like that's one thing that just shows. Like, these are grown ass men getting paid millions upon millions of dollars. Why can't they dance after they score a touchdown? I never understood even penalizing someone for it. Even in college, now you do it overly too much. Yes, throw a penalty flag out there. But we just drove down this field, getting concussions all the way down the field. Like, I'm sure I gave out CTE 2 downs ago to another dude. I just want to dance when I get to this motherfucking end zone. Like, when I see this paint, I want to dance. Let the niggas dance. Like, I don't get it. It's a dumb rule, but, it's control. It's supremacy.
Have you noticed that the referees never get in trouble? The referees,
they do.
Like, why can't
it's always a slap on the wrist. I mean,
But I mean, like, to the point, like...
Think about who refs black men in real life. Think about that same concept. Police are our referees day in and day out. They hand out penalties. You get what I'm saying? It's the same concept. No, they're not going to penalize. They're not going to penalize the people that are supposed to keep us in check. Like, come on. Like, think about that.
I'm thinking about it.
They'll do it when it's egregious. They'll do it when it's egregious, like the Donahue, the boy from the Lakers and Kings jump. They'll do something like that, like outright cheating. But as far as getting a call wrong or even repeatedly getting a call wrong, they're not going to. Why would we correct somebody that is keeping you in place? They're doing our due diligence. Why are we going to correct them in front of you? Why would we even give you the satisfaction?
Well, listen, I'm saying, okay, so I'm bringing it to the point of when the guys speak on it, they're not really saying anything. It's just, well, when you make a call, the refs got to get it right. And then they get fined $10,000, $15,000. So, I mean, if you're going to get fined, if you're going to say it, then listen, really talk about it. Why doesn't these referees ever get penalized? They can make wrong call after wrong call after wrong call after wrong call. Basketball's an emotional sport. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of emotions going, like, niggas' personal lives.
I should be able to scream at that nigga's face if I dunk on him, on babies. I should be able to scream at that nigga's face. That's stupid. Don't penalize me for that. I should be able to scream at his face if I dunk on him.
Man, you remember when they gave Bobby Jackson a tech for staring at the ref?
Come on. Yeah, it's a form of control. It's a form of control.
I'm speaking out on it.
Shaking the table.
Shake the mic. So where does Zion go? Draft day comes. What's your prediction?
I'm sure everyone and their mother would love for him to go to New York. Everyone would love that. It would be the best thing for the NBA, for the economy. Honestly, if New York,
for the Mecca,
if New York started popping again and people started spending their money in New York, going to New York for that attraction, it would boost morale, honestly. New York, when New York is popping, like, America just is a fun place for some strange reason. You know what I mean? America's not so drawl and annoying.
But what if they don't pick them? Because I don't think. Well, wait. They have to.
If whoever gets the first pick does not pick Zion.
Because some people say they
yes,
want to
Ja Morant.
Yeah.
Ja Morant is nice, and he will be nice for at least a decade. Mm-hmm. Ja Morant is not he's talented, but beyond his years. And if he develops skill-wise more, he probably could be better than Zion. But coming right out of the gate and putting people in the stands, it's Zion. He changes the game, changes the flow of the game on defense and offense. It's not. You would lose your job as a GM if you don't get Zion as the first pick. You lose your job this year. This is a can't miss, surefire pick. To be at least. I'm not gonna say he's going to be, if he remains healthy, he's going to be in the pantheon of some of the greatest players we've ever seen, in my opinion.
Athletes, right?
Huh?
Athlete. One of the greatest athletes. You think one of the greatest
I
players?
think his he works hard. People don't understand it. Boy has 2% body fat. Y'all see how big he is? He has 2% body fat. Pause.
My goodness.
Y'all see the boy is a freak of nature. He has 2% body fat. Christ. He jumps out the gym. Jesus. Yes, he could stand to lose 10 or 15 pounds. You are on there.
I call him a freak of that. Okay. But go ahead. 2% body fat.
He's 6'6", 285. So,
And they talking about him needing to slim down. I'm like, listen,
I don't think he needs to slim down. When I say he could stand to lose 10 or 15 pounds, he's 280. He could stand to lose 10 or 15 pounds. I don't think that's a bad thing to say. But saying that will hurt him if he doesn't slim down, I think that's dumb. He's been playing on this. Even Krzyzewski said when he came in, he was probably the most gifted athlete on the court, moving faster than everybody else on the court at his weight in college. I think he'll be fine.
The man's legs look like tree stumps.
The man will be fine.
He has legs to support this weight.
Man will be fine. Man will be fine.
What do you think about?
Shaq played 15 plus years, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he played past 2007, which would be 15
in
plus
fact,
years.
Shaq got big.
Yep.
He got
bigger. Pause. As he went on.
It's crazy.
Sure did. Did not come into the league 300. Came to the league at Zion's weight.
Speaking of Shaq,
about 280 something.
Do you think? What do you think about this notion that the Lakers are trying to get the first round pick? They're saying because he started tanking these last games, they were trying to get him.
Only way we get first round pick is if we trade LeBron.
Do you think that's a good idea to trade LeBron?
Yep.
Why do you feel that?
The pieces we could get for him, what we could get in return would be a greater. Would be better for the next 10 years, especially than the next 3 to 4.
I agree.
We could get set up for the next.
The only thing I'm looking at it is Magic has to.
You can't. No, I'm saying not. So I'm saying what I would do. You can't trade LeBron at this point. You've invested
too much.
You cannot trade LeBron. There's no way. Yeah, the Lakers will be in a dark place if they don't get a top free agent this summer.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so with that being said,
I don't think they need to get a top free agent. I think they could do well in restructuring the roster and putting shooters and putting you got to keep Lonzo if you do this though. You put shooters around him and LeBron. You put the ball in Lonzo's hand for 80% of the game.
So we get rid of Rondo.
Oh, not get rid of, but he's definitely coming off the bench.
Okay.
Him and LeBron on the court at the same time. Lonzo can develop a shot. Rondo's shot is probably as good as it's going to be.
Okay.
Lonzo went from 20% his first year to about 33% this year before he got hurt. He can get about 5
What free
to 6.
agent would want to come to us though? Because it really
Chris
seems
Middleton,
like none of the superstars want to play with LeBron.
Chris Middleton would thrive with LeBron. He would thrive with LeBron. Whatchamacallit is a good passer. He's not the passer. Greek Freak is a good passer. He's not the passer LeBron is. You know this.
Okay.
He's not the passer. I'm just talking about the passer that. Just think about LeBron coming from baseline, seeing Chris Middleton open on the other. Like you think about stuff like that. Giannis ain't really there yet. Mm-hmm. That's not his game yet. When he gets to that middle of the paint, he's dunking on whoever's there. The entire team, if he has to. Mm-hmm. He called Simmons a baby the other night. He called that man a baby.
Screamed. And they allowed it to.
They got dunked on, but
it doesn't matter.
No, that don't matter because it was a putback and it was behind him. So
they all know.
Yeah.
If he's seen it.
Yeah, it would have been a different story, definitely. But it was a nice get back in the same game. I would say that. I would enjoy it if it was me. I'd have yelled in that nigga's face.
Do you know I've dreamt?
I know of nice
of dunking on. I've dreamt my celebration. I've dreamt my yells.
I got dunked on open gym, man.
Did you?
Open gym, 9th grade, yeah, son. My first time playing with niggas in high school, dog. This nigga named Perry. This nigga, they was arguing, and I backed up. You know how you just back up, you just start assessing the situation. Niggas arguing like what they about to do. They check it real quick, and I turn around. The oop is thrown. Man. Son,
so in that moment, we're balls in the air. What are you doing? Are you following it, or
I'm turning around. I know something's happening.
What? Okay.
I know something's happening because the way they threw the ball was not like a shot. So I was like, oh shoot, because it was up in the air.
Was it spiraling, or was it like a toss?
It was a toss, so it took a little time, and I had time to turn around. And the next thing I saw was the bottom of the shoe. So.
Ah, damn. Ah, damn.
Yeah.
I don't think I've gotten dunked on, but I was in the if the parent. Yeah, no, it's okay. Like keep. It doesn't count to be dunked on when like they take a picture and you're like in the frame, but it's not a dunk
on. In today's day and age, yes.
That's not going. Yes. So if he's dunking and I'm kind of like in the bottom corner, like this.
Did you touch his shoe?
I didn't touch anything.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. I've got.
Nah, he grazed me as he went up, but I'm saying when I turned around, yeah, I got dunked on. I'm not even gonna hold you. But yeah, he grazed me. He grazed me.
No, I lied. I did get dunked on. I did get dunked on. But here's the thing.
Baby Shaq ain't never dunked on you.
No, I never jumped with him.
Oh,
the shits. Not jumping with him. But what happened was when I did get dunked on, they threw the lob, but it wasn't like no super high lob. Like,
right.
I could do with that.
Right.
It was one that it was obtainable. I could get that. But what I didn't anticipate was he was going to snatch it from me and then go up higher. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here. That's it. Oh, good defense here. I'm about to. And he said, nigga. So, and then, it went crazy.
Somebody take the ball from you mid-air, dunking.
And so I'm like, okay, all right, whatever.
How old were you? I was 14, so I got an excuse.
Oh, well, 21-ish.
I will give you this. I haven't played professional or any type of real basketball after high school, so you got an excuse.
Well, listen, I'll tell you this. When I first went to college, right? Okay, so if y'all don't know, I didn't play any high school basketball. Okay, wasn't good enough. Whatever.
He was too short. He was good enough. He was just short.
I didn't have the guard like
PG
ability.
County. Every coach has their favorite before. If you didn't come up through whatever line that coach is at, then they already got their favorites. But go ahead.
But so my first day actually of college, I go in the gym. They pick on me already. Now, mind you, these kids are. I come in with the bag, with the fishnet bag, right? That's what we do here. The fishnet bag, right? It's Texas. Hot. Okay? Hot. So I got my tank top on, flip-flops, hat turned backwards. I got my walk.
It's an ugly walk.
It's an ugly, whatever. It's my walk. So I'm a little late because I didn't know where shit was. Nobody helped me. So I come in a little late. The guys in there stretching. Yo. You just get out? Fam. Like, you don't even want to know my name. You going to just start. All right, cool. Long story short, I'm playing defense on the guy. He start playing, what's his name? Deshaun Knight, right? Playing, we play as well scrimmaging because they want to see what I got. Cool. Very first play. Welcome to college, bitch. Pow! Shoots the shit, and before it went in. So he said it. So I'm like, oh, shit.
Disrespected your whole life.
Disrespected my whole. Oh, no. I got to foul you. I had to foul him to let him know that I was there. Now I went back on him on offense, but it was on, of course I went back, but it was on some like I'm a point guard.
You ain't had to foul him, bro.
I fouled him on the dribble. I didn't even want him to get like I didn't want him to think that it was sweet. You know what I'm saying? But listen, we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break, okay? And we'll be back with more news. feel like I'm in.
Ain't no news. We'll be back with more bullshit and rambling in this man time.
You never know who's watching. So, you gotta put on that professional care.
We'll be right back with you.
Hey. Good job, DJ.
Wow.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, Spark. Hey, Mama.
Yeah. Welcome back to WinDC Radio. I am your host, JR at the DGB podcast. And I got a very special guest, my homie, my man, my cousin. What up, Daniel?
Danny.awesome on all social media accounts except Facebook. You can only get me there if you know my real name.
Face ass for your ass. All right. So we're back to man time. You know what? Let's talk this relationship shit, man. Cause I've heard everything from the women's perspectives, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
They gave me their whole synopsis on the whole relationship thing and what goes on between man and woman, why women feel the way they feel. Now we can just have man talk. Okay?
Yeah.
Just straight up
Genuine
fucking man talk.
Yeah.
Alright? Now, I'm gonna ask this for the ladies, okay?
Okay.
Daniel.
Yes.
Is the good man been eradicated? Is there a such thing as good men out here?
Yeah. The good man is marrying women. They are marrying women.
Mm.
I know, like a lot of my friends are either married or on the path to marriage. So I don't think that notion. Now there's the the pantheon of women who love the club, and if you're still looking for that type of woman, I'm gonna be honest with you, they're not looking for you. They're not looking for good men. They're not at the club.
But it sounds like those women are the ones who are in search of the good man.
They're not. It's an illusion.
Talk about it.
I'm not gonna get into it because I'm not a woman, and I don't want to forecast how I feel onto how women feel. I do see a lot of the same repetitive things happening though on social media and throughout just my dealings with women day by day. And the typical woman, not saying you cannot go to the club, but if that is your goal every week, if you are steadily at the club, you're not looking for a long-lasting relationship. You can't be. There's no way to keep a relationship and you're always at the club.
Okay. All right. Okay. So can't keep a relationship if you're always at the club.
And you're not working. Now, if you're working, I'm not saying a bottle girl cannot have a healthy relationship. Don't let me misconstrue my words. A bottle girl working can, and then I know a couple of them who have healthy relationships and are with, married with men and good men. So I'm not saying that you can't, like, there are DJs who work in clubs every night and they still have healthy relationships. So it's not a science to it. I just think there's a certain group of women and men. Let's not exclude us that just go to the club week in, week out, spend their money to find meaningless hookups week in, week out. And I think that's the group that's speaking for everybody when they shouldn't. You get what I'm saying? Okay. There are good men out here. There are good women out here. They're getting married every week and every year. Okay. Every month. I mean, it's true.
Yeah. And okay, so for these good men that are getting married, right, and the women that want them so much, what can we do? Not what can we do? I ain't going that way. Let's do this. For the women who are in search of these good men, where should they look for them? The single men.
I think you fulfilling your dream or going after your aspirations, whatever it is, whether it is your job, whether it's providing for if you have kids, whether it is just simply wanting a better future for yourself, whatever your endeavor is, you'll find someone on that path, on that journey. I know that sounds like a fairy tale, but it is actual truth. You, 9 times out of 10, will not find what you're looking for searching for it. Like, intently. Like, if you're searching for it vicariously, like, you're still doing what you got to do, maintaining, but you're like, I want a wife, I'm looking for this, that, and that. I understand that. I'm not saying just, like, putting things on the back burner, but you know, they say the more you chase money, the more women, or you know how the saying works. I hate cliches because I don't think they work, but in certain cases they make a lot of sense. But it's or like the saying, the more you're at work, the worse home gets, or the more you know love staying at home, the worse your work gets. So it's that same type of concept. It's, you know, you gotta put the work in where you want it to be best at, if that makes sense.
Put the work.
Be strategic in what.
So you're saying they should focus on their future endeavorments, and they'll find it'll just come to them.
Go out with your friends, live life. You'll find someone that matches your personality, or not even matches, that adds to your personality. You will find them living your life. The moment I stopped searching, my wife and I found each other. I think this notion that the man has to be the pursuer, and yes, men should always pursue women.
In this day and time?
Definitely. Make it clear. Make your intentions known.
No, I'm talking about in terms of being a pursuer, because women are so strong now and so strong-willed. Like,
are they? Are they?
Well, that's what they claim.
Okay.
And every day. So I'm saying, like, okay.
People
so what
say
I'm saying,
a lot of things that they don't do or they aren't. You gotta be you. I don't care, regardless of what they do. You gotta do what you feel is innate in you. I don't care how strong my wife feels. I got to be the man. I gotta do what I gotta do for this family to move forward. There are times that I failed at that. There are times that I did, you know, that I didn't do what I was supposed to do. But for the most part, I have to step up and be that man, regardless, you know, of how she feels about it. You know what I mean?
I got you. No, I got you.
So,
I'm speaking on those.
I know, and I'm saying in that same vein, for somebody who's looking for it, it is not. You can't not necessarily care, but you gotta be you. And if that person's not willing to accept your persistence and you being you, wanting, knowing what you want and going after it, then they weren't meant for you in the first place. The right woman will accept who you are and what a man is supposed to be.
So how did you know? How did you know that, you know what?
Oh, man.
She's the one. I'm out the game. Stamp it.
That it's
because I'm single. Because I'm single.
Have you seen what's the movie with Miles Morales, the new Spider-Man movie, Into the Spider-Verse?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
There's a saying that they say he gets his, it's far beyond past when he got his senses and his spidey senses, and they kept saying this one thing to him, how nobody would teach him how to use his powers. He tried to, like, the multiverse was about different Spider-Men coming in to our universe because there was a break in the time continuum, or whatever, with the Hadron Collider. And so all these Spider-Men came into the universe, and they would all had this one common goal to get back to their own universe, but destroy the Hadron Collider. So when they all met Miles Morales, they all had this one message for him about becoming the Spider-Man of that era or that Earth.
Okay.
It's a leap of faith. There is no right or wrong answer to marrying someone. There is no 3 months, 3 years, 9 months time limit. There is no one thing. There's no sparkle in the sky. There's no butterflies in the tummy that's enough to tell you when you're ready to marry someone. It will always be a leap of faith. It is the scariest, most beautiful thing I've ever done, but it will always be a leap of faith. There is no clear-cut answer to that. It will be different for me. It will be different for you. It'll be different for him. It'll be different for the next man.
So what do you tell us young men out here?
Stay positive.
How do you like to
stay positive? Because I know that in this day and age we can become so pessimistic about where we think women are headed. In this feminism movement, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I think that it's a little misguided for black women. Excuse me if you are of a different race watching this, but I think the feminism movement isn't helpful towards the black plight at all. It breaks up the family. It has us at odds. I think, there's a womanism movement that the black women have kind of started. I think there's a new wave, and saying that and to say that I think we shouldn't be scared to pursue. And all in all, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That you play basketball. That's one of the oldest things I can teach you. Like, if you don't try, it probably won't happen. It's not going to fall in your lap. Yes, you do play basketball, so some vagina does fall in your lap because of, by proxy of the sport that you play. All basketball players, this is nothing new. Men, there are men. Vagina tries to fall in my lap. Vagina, I'm sure, tries to fall in cameraman's lap. It happens, but it may not be the nerve. Just toss me in there. The nerve. But I'm just saying, like, there's always gonna be vagina it might not be the vagina that you want to take care of, and the one that you want to push forward, and the one that you want to cultivate, and the one that you want to put time in, and invest in all those things. So, my advice is just simply to keep pushing, keep pursuing.
Do you think marriage is necessary?
Yes, especially in the black community.
In the black community, because it just seems like, if you look at it through business, it's definitely like a business.
It's empowerment. I do think there's a school of thought. That I'm probably gonna get killed for this, but
don't kill him, Nicole. It's just
no, my wife has this conversation all the time.
Okay.
Not saying she's all the way on board for it. So anybody that's watching this that will take this back to my wife, I don't care, because we talk about this all the time. But I do think that there is, if it works for you, getting married, to having multiple. I'm on Facebook on this one, so I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Got you.
But
that's all right.
But I do think, that marriage is definitely important between a man and a woman, especially in the black community, because it is trying to be torn. It is being torn down,
apart.
Day after day after day after day after day.
I guess let me explain why I asked that. So from what I'm seeing, it's like it's a lot of marriages. Looking at the numbers, there's a lot of marriages that are failing. Okay, and it's like, yo, what's the point of getting married? So hold on, let me hit you the number. So marriages today in the world, bad idea. First time marriages, it's a 50% divorce rate. Second time 67. Third time 73. So with numbers such as those, you really ask, like, what is the point? It seems like once you put a title on anything.
Say those numbers again.
First time marriages 50%, so that's half of the population.
So half of them stop trying.
Right. 67% for the second.
33% stop trying.
And 73%.
27% stop trying. There are no clear-cut answers. Every morning I wake up, I have to choose to love my wife that day, in that moment, in that season, and whatever happens. This is not a continual thing. Love is an ever-going thing. Tomorrow, I will have to choose to love my wife again. The day after that, I will have to choose to love my wife again. I get up with thoughts of leaving and just walking out of my family all the time. It is hard. It's tough. But the 50% thing, those 50% chose not to fight. That's 67%. Those 33, you get what I'm saying? Those 33% chose to fight. That 27% on the third time marriage chose to fight. Yes, I see the numbers all day. It's scary. Marriage is scary. Everything about joining, like fusing two lives together, just is scary. But you have to choose to love that person literally every time you open your eyes that next morning. It's hard, it's invigorating at times, it's depressing at times, it's fulfilling at times, it's everything. But there's a time for all of those things, especially in marriage.
And when you go through when the depression hits, because sometimes I feel depressed and I'm not even married. Right. And so I don't even know why. You know what I'm saying? Why do I feel?
You know why.
This way. I probably do, but
we all know why. We all get depressed because we're not what we want to be.
And is that because of Instagram? I think Instagram has a
social media does help with it, but I think without that, there will always be a cousin or a best friend who gets a car or who gets a big house or who gets married or is out of town. Right now, one of my best friends, is out of town in like one of the most beautiful islands in Mexico somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Not saying I'm jealous. I would love to be there right now. You know what I'm saying? There will always be that. If I didn't have Instagram, I would know he was there right now because that's my man. You get what I'm saying? I don't think social media is the devil in a sense. I think we make it that. We make it like...
I think it's for people that have strong will, strong minds, who can handle social media. But if we're talking about those who do not have those who really wish...
And those are the people that make it a struggle. I mean, I've made it a struggle. I used to follow nothing but Big Booty Jones. Just Big Booty Jones. I'm very transparent. I don't care about anything. Okay, Lorraine. But like, I used to follow nothing but Big Booty Jones on Instagram. Like, that's all. And if you feed your mind with that type of stuff, it will always, you know, tear you down. When I shut down my Instagram and started it over, I filled it with nothing but positivity. I'm trying to get better. Not saying it is all the way turned around whatever depression I had or turned around whatever anything that I had going on in my brain, but it's helped. It's helped me start my days off better. It's helped me look at life differently, just not the same pessimistic where I'm at view. And I think that's the same way we should look at marriage. Like, every day is new. Every day is it's not yesterday. We can't carry yesterday's baggage into the new day. And me and my wife try, you know, we don't always, but we try not to go to bed mad at each other. When, you know, a lot of marriages say that, a lot of people say that, no, we're not 100% correct at it all the time. Sometimes the argument that we had is going to outweigh me wanting to go to bed mad at you. It's just going to, because I'm that mad tonight. And I don't care if I go to bed mad tonight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be mad overnight. I don't care. I want to wake up mad. Like, you ever been in that place? I don't know if you've been in a place where you've been with somebody so long, like, I want to be mad at you for 2 days. I want to break my record today. I want to say that I was mad at you. Like, it's certain petty shit like that. Like, me and my wife have been through it all. So, like, but that next day, you know, after I'm mad, we settle down. I come to her. I talk about my feelings. Like, my wife had to learn in the beginning of our marriage that she can't just come to me as soon as we have a big argument. You gotta give me time to decompress. Right. You gotta give me time to think about what I said or about what I'm about to say. I need to think these words through. Yes, I'm emotional, just like you are. I show my emotions differently, but I am also an emotional being. So allow me time to decompress, get back to zero, make sure I don't say nothing out of pocket to send you over the edge. You know what I mean? Right. So it's work.
I'm learning.
Work.
I'm learning a lot because I haven't experienced that. I've never had the opportunity to go to bed mad. You know, when I go to bed, I go to bed.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I've never experienced...
when somebody got their back to you all night?
Yeah.
It's weird as hell, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to transpire.
Yeah. Somebody, you've been holding their titties for 24 days straight. Now you can't hold their titties tonight.
Oh, my Lord, Jesus.
You know what I mean? You ain't never had that? Y'all ain't never not been able to hold titties?
I'm not a titty holder.
You ain't never not been able to nestle your junk between some cheeks?
I get what you're saying, but like when it comes to sleeping, like sleep, I'm gone. Once you sleep, you're not gonna feel it.
I hold titties while I sleep.
Okay, yeah, you hold titties while you sleep.
A handful of titty.
I'll take a pillow.
Okay,
I'm cool.
Yeah.
I like to have good night's sleeps.
You know, I'm cool.
This nigga said half of a titty.
Handful of titty. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
The marriage works, man. Despite what the stats say, and I know we got off on a tangent, but marriage still works. I thought we were being Facebook appropriate. Dead. No, we ain't. I ain't talking about titty milk. You still feed my child with them titties.
Oh my God.
So yeah, my wife jumped on the live. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, it's a
cool.
work. Marriage is a work every day. Every day, marriage has to be work. It has to be. Marriage is a 24-hour 9 to 5.
24-hour 9 to 5. Well, you know, if I have a girlfriend, I'll take some of those tidbits, and I don't know. I'm still single out here in these streets.
Single and mingling, or you just single?
I'm just single. I ain't mingling. You know, focus on my dreams, man.
Hold the titty, Keith.
Hold it.
Hold the titty. You gotta retch around and hold that titty. You know what I'm saying? Retch around. I do want to ask you. What is it like to be single in 2019? I haven't been like really single for like 10 years almost. Like honestly, like I went from me and my girl broke up of course a couple of times, but in those times me and her was messing around or I had somebody else, so I was never really single. What is it like? Honestly, just from your perspective, what is today like?
Well, it depends on the type of person you are. Like me, I'm a loner. Now I know a lot of people, as you know, but I like being by myself. Like it's something that I have always been accustomed to. I've only got my sister. My sister's 13 years older than me. Then it's my parents, who are older. So I've always been by myself. But in terms of being single, I mean, listen, it's you don't really have to have game. Okay, you know, you really don't. You just look, man. You can go out to.
He plays basketball, so he's coming from that perspective. Let me just throw that out there.
Oh, coming from the basketball perspective, listen, nigga, if you can shoot, you know, you got tattoos.
And he tried to tell me I was tripping early.
How about what?
I said this earlier. It's easier for basketball. Like I said, something.
Well, we gotta understand basketball is very popular right now. The sport in general.
I'm very hip, which is why.
If it even looks like
you can ball a little bit,
out, or you can make it somehow. Yeah. Don't come for the young face. Okay, I shave. Everybody.
He what?
I shave. I do. Don't do that. Butter. Yeah.
Okay.
Cocoa butter, Vaseline. This is. Anywho, don't do that, y'all. I shave. Okay.
Anyway.
You know what I mean? But no, all right. Also, aside.
So
being single today is fun, but once you have been doing it for a while, it gets old. So I'm in that space of, you know, it's time to settle down. It's time to find somebody. Time to start.
Didn't you almost 30?
No, why are you putting my age out there, bro?
I said almost.
I know, but
almost is anything after 25.
All right, so they have what, 4 answers they could guess from.
Exactly.
I don't want them to guess.
This nigga's everybody almost 30. I don't understand. Like, no, I don't think you should be out here just. Anybody can be your wife. No, I don't think that's the case. But I do think that we should always be wanting that.
These bitches is hurtful out here.
And I know.
These bitches don't be caring. And then motherfuckers don't want to call them bitches. Nah, I'm gonna call you a bitch because you act like a bitch. Okay? You want to be a bitch, I'm gonna call you a bitch. Point blank, period. Bitch. Fuck you talk about.
Okay, sorry to my Facebook.
Oh, that's right, Facebook. My bad.
No,
I forgot. Yeah,
no, he's fine. No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm apologize. Sorry, my Facebook. Y'all don't understand the context. We're talking about women. He just went off on a little tangent.
Just a little bit.
Pissed off about women. You know, and yes, they are a little hurtful to the wrong person sometimes, to the person that's not trying to. I'm
going to be honest. This is what it is. Women in the responses, not all women, let me say that too. Not all women. But majority of women. The way that they come off to the guys who are trying to be polite, kind-hearted, you turn them into the niggas that y'all like. So you don't like me when I say, "Hey, how you doing, man? Let me get your number. Can I talk to you?" Woo, woo, woo. You like the nigga, yeah. Yo, come here. The fuck is you doing? Pop your side of your head.
Y'all still do that?
Yes, I'm trying. I've seen it.
Sheesh.
It still works.
It still works?
It works. Yeah. What the fuck is yeah? I know it's New York, but what is it?
I feel ancient. I'm saying it still works like I'm not far removed.
Yo, like yeah. No, I have seen.
See, I be still saying like black and white dress and polka dot pants and all that. Y'all still calling about
I don't even know what fashion is anymore.
Black leggings,
at first,
sundress, blue sundress.
Sundress season is almost here too.
Shorty with the wet and wavy with the
Listen, you don't even have to match anymore.
Oh, I'm hip.
Like, you literally could just. That's how I felt. I'm gonna wear it.
Yeah, it's that day and age, bro. It's that day and age, man. Yeah.
So I'm like,
I can't believe that still get women nowadays, man.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, if I like,
y'all not calling them queens yet. They not all queens yet.
Listen,
my niggas, y'all need to do better.
Nah,
they all queens.
They gotta deserve that.
They all queens.
Shit.
They are black, beautiful queens.
Nah, I'm gonna call black women. Black cuties.
Shorty with the perm, y'all still out here doing that's trash. That's trash. I gotta do better. Y'all gotta do. Shorty out here with the perm though.
Listen, man, they thought. Hey, Tatianas.
Any black women still out here with a perm? Come talk to me, please.
Tatianas. That's the song, and they dance to it. They love it. Hey, man, Tatiana.
Music is a different beast, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Your most woke women will break it down to the most trashiest song. I can't. Music does something to black people. It's our release. It's you know what I mean? It's always been our pastime. That's why yes, most of it is degrading to women. Like most of rap.
And period. It's the women that's singing it though.
No, but it's a group of women that's singing it. You got to think about that. And how women songs got hot, but back then in the strip club before they got hot on the radio. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I mean it's still kind of that same effect today, but it's a little different with social media. You know, music finds its way a little differently now. But because of that, shorty with the Jerry Cole bye Roundtree. So because of that effect. Yeah, my phone just died. Because of that effect, you know what I mean? Like, I forgot where I was going when my phone died. What was you talking about?
Because of the effect, group of women liking the music.
Oh, the Blueface song, the Bust Down Tatiana. Because of that effect, because of the stream from the strip club to the radio, or to DJs to the radio, to our ears. We had this perception that women push the music. I don't think that's, you know.
Women push the music? No.
It's the record companies.
No,
it's the record. It's the record. We do. That's the perception that women are the reason that music is popular, and it's partly true, because of strip clubs, because of, you know, if women don't like the music at the club, they'll stop going to the club. Then men will stop going to the club. Why do men go to the club? For women. You know what I'm saying? So women kind of do drive the music.
Okay.
If women didn't like it, men like it wasn't. Men like Gucci. You get what I'm saying? Men like Gucci for a second. It wasn't until Gucci Think I Love It and all the women started liking Gucci that he became who he now is. Same thing with Wayne. When he became a sex symbol, that's when he became a rock star. Women push the culture, regardless of whatever way we want to slice it. Men don't buy CDs. Women do.
I want to talk to you off here, because now I like that concept. My business mind just got activated. Okay, so please continue. So women push the music.
Women drive culture. Black women in general.
Everything that's going on in the world, black people make it what it is. Make it.
Comedians used to say, and artists used to say, all the time, I'm gonna do my stuff in front of black people before I go and do it in front of everybody. Because if they love it, everybody gonna love it. You know what I'm saying? Like this hip hop culture is taking over. Like
it's the #1 genre of music.
I know. I work for a company that takes like basketball hoops. You know the jumps you see at Dave & Buster's and stuff like that. I take them to like parties and office parties where they do like fun stuff like that. I take like the world's largest Pac-Man and Space Invaders and games like that, little novelty games for like the 90s or whatever. So I got that job a couple weeks ago. But anyway, ever since then I've been doing nothing but bar mitzvahs.
Bar mitzvahs?
Yeah, Jewish
jobs. Okay.
13-year-old Jewish boys passing in the man or whatever. Their that birthday. They play nothing but hip hop. I'm talking about old Jewish people down to young Jewish people dancing, doing I posted on my Instagram a couple days ago, doing line dances, the electric slide, bro. Jewish families doing the electric slide to the wobble, to you name it. They like, these Jewish kids knew every word of Cardi B's songs. Every word. The Blueface song, the song we just talking, Bust Down Tatiana, you would have thought it was the 99 and the 2000 and that hoe, bruh. Everybody went to the dance floor.
For Tatiana?
Bust Down Tatiana. As soon as they heard that first little note in that song, they went crazy. And all of them was rapping off beat with this nigga.
And he not even on beat?
That's
crazy.
But, so, like, I just think you can tell, like, from my last couple weeks, you can just kind of see that black people run the world. We just aren't running the world. If that makes any sense.
And so
we have the popularity. We have the notoriety. We are
we the only
face of, like, look at this. Look at this in and of itself. Do you think Popeyes got rich and became a conglomerate off of black people? Answer that truthfully and honestly. Do you think it was solely off of black people? Keep in mind, black people only been 13 to 17% of the population for the last 50 years. Now, with that, and basically most of their fan base being, you know, predominantly white, like almost any other company that makes it that big, their fan base will most likely be white, because you can't get, you almost can't get rich without white people. So they took that and put a black woman in front of us to sell their chicken. Think about that. That southern black woman that they put in front of us, she ain't got no stake in the company at all, and they make it seem like she owns the company, and that's her recipe. Just think about that. Think about how like the optics of that alone. That company that big that probably doesn't have a black woman on their board at all chose to put a black woman in our face every day on TV for us to think, oh, you know, it's cool to like Popeyes.
Daylight said it best.
Shaq just happened. Papa John's just bought that man. He's the face of Papa John's right now because of what they just did in the media as far as the owner concerned. You get what I'm saying?
Wait, what happened in the face of the media?
He stepped down. The owner of Papa John's stepped down.
Why?
First of all, he first stepped down as president and CEO. Then he stepped down from the board. He was going to stay on the board, but then he stepped down from the board. The guy that we saw in all the commercials, he was actually ran the jump. He had to step down because he had some racist remarks or something like that.
And Papa John's. Well, if he's the owner, so who runs it now?
Whoever was the
VP
next. Yeah.
Okay. And they bought Shaq.
Paid him 8 point something
to just
eat a base. You see what I'm saying? So black culture runs America, regardless if we own a damn thing or not. Now it's time to start putting ownership behind it. And I think that starts with something like we was talking about, the NBA. It starts with somebody that big, a star that huge, like a LeBron. I would hope when LeBron retires, he decides to make his own league. Who wouldn't follow that man from this era? Not me or you. I'm not a fan of LeBron. But from this era, he's fathered so many people in this area. And regardless if I like it or not, he's fathered them. And they will probably go, you know, follow that man to do anything. They won't play with him because he's a you know, pariah.
A what?
A pariah.
What's that?
He's good for you and bad for you.
Oh,
in a
KD.
sense.
So what KD was talking about.
Yeah. Like, you'll get no credit, but you might still win a championship. But you'll get absolutely no credit. Think about, I'm about to get off on another tangent. Think about Lonzo Ball going out while LeBron was hurt. Nobody talked about the fact that Lonzo went out. Everything was about LeBron missed 15 games and these boys couldn't do nothing.
Bro, they talked about LeBron every single day since he got to LA.
I know. And that's my problem.
Every single day.
And those boys were supposed to suit up and play like nothing was going on behind the scenes about them being traded or on the trading block. Them 19 to 23-year-olds were supposed to just play, regardless if they could be in New Orleans in the next 5 minutes. Yes, it's a business. But these guys are learning the business. You're dealing with people that are learning what's going to happen. They haven't even had their first rookie contract be up yet. You know what I mean? They just saw what happened to Julius Randle and Clarkson and Lance the year before. Larry Nance the year before. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not hating on LeBron. He's a phenomenal. He's one of the top 3 greatest basketball players to ever play a game. I just think the way he goes about his business, although it's going to revolutionize basketball when he retires, it was a little stingy, the way he goes about business. But I see the bigger picture.
Right. Nobody else can
I see the bigger picture. No, nobody else can do what LeBron did. Nobody else. He's paved the way for, and that's what I mean, he's father. Everybody's doing low management now. Think about how long Greg Popovich was doing that.
Man, didn't really.
It didn't take hold. Didn't take hold until the Miami Heat did it. And then he did it this year. Now everybody's doing low. The Warriors have done it the last 3 games.
What is it? What exactly is low management?
Because for LeBron, it's I can go make a record the night before I got to play the Warriors. Now I need to take a game off. That was just a little. That was some shade. I just felt like doing that. But low management is just like, you know, we cruising through the season. We pretty much got the playoffs locked or whatever. Or it's the second of a back-to-back and we just want to give this player a night off. I like the second one. The first one is like, bruh, you getting paid millions of dollars. You're going to get out there and play basketball. But if you're coming off a negative injury, I understand not playing the second of a back-to-back. Don't stay up all night. Don't record like records.
But even
it's basketball season. No, it's basketball season.
But even though he's still averaging 27, 7, and 7.
Is he playing defense?
No.
Okay.
Has he been playing defense? He picks and chooses. Picks and chooses. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't like LeBron coming to LA.
Is that? I'm not okay with that.
I didn't like LeBron coming to LA.
I'm used to.
I've
been a Kobe fan. Yeah. And I'm not saying that Kobe was the greatest player ever. I'm not even saying that he's better than LeBron. Let's get that straight. I think everybody gets that wrong when we picking prod at LeBron. Kobe was great in his own right. He's not on the level of LeBron and Mike. The only reason why I say that is because Kobe is a carbon copy. Carbon copy cannot be on the same level as the original. I love Kobe. He's my favorite player of all time, but those are just the facts. If he'd have got 7 championships, we'd be having a different discussion. Whole different discussion.
Because every conversation
if he'd have beat the Pistons and beat the Celtics the first time, and he was 7 for 7, 3 by himself, 3 MVPs by himself, all the accolades that would have came with getting those 3, and the other one with the Detroit, because he would have been the leader of that squad with all those aging people on there. We having a totally different discussion, but those fell through. So we look at Kobe a little differently than we do LeBron. So I can't put him up there. LeBron has changed how NBA players move. You see it every day, even on social media.
So, in terms of impact, who is your Mount Rushmore for the NBA?
Honestly, up until KD moved to the Warriors, I had Steph on the Mount Rushmore. His impact is going to be crazy. In the next couple of years, we're going to see, we see Trae Young right now, but there's going to be an influx of 6'1", 6'2" guys that can take over the game from 40 feet. There's going to be an influx because they're already practicing now. And because they can't get to 6'8", 250, I think he has had a bigger impact on what happens on the court. As far as the game in totality, how people will start to move, LeBron deserves to be on that Mount Rushmore with Magic, Jordan, and
Magic,
I don't know who the 4th person is, honestly. It's not a lot of people I can pick from the 60s, man.
You said Magic, Jordan, LeBron, Steph.
No, I can't pick Steph.
You can't?
Because he's in the same area as LeBron.
But he still has impact. He changed the way the game is played.
So did Wilt.
Well, Wilt was the only...
Exactly.
He was the only guy. You can't say that
But this is my thing. If Steph was by himself and KD hadn't come here, I think he would. That impact would still be greater. I think his impact is diminished.
No, sir. I don't agree.
Why?
Well, for the simple fact that you still have to check Steph once he passes half court.
I get that.
Steph
also,
and we've seen when Kevin Durant...
If you play sound defense, and Steph is now my favorite player in the NBA. And let me just say that before I give him this criticism. There's been times, especially in the playoffs, where Steph can get bottled up. You cannot say that about Kevin Durant, Kyrie, James Harden for the most part.
The only time I've seen that with Steph is when the referees allow them to rough Steph up. Like if they're allowed to hold, grab, and pull.
Well, then you're allowed to be bottled. You can't do that with James Harden.
You can.
He's an ox.
No, but
yeah, I understand.
If they don't give him those calls, he's a regular guy.
Something. And I don't like the way James Harden plays the game of basketball. I'm saying that openly right now. I can't stand the way he plays the game of basketball. Yes, he's gotten better on defense, and he does look a little better this year. But he travels most of the time, let's be honest. And he is dramatic with his with driving.
What happened to the flopping?
Black people are the original Jews. this rabbit hole because this is definitely a rabbit hole. But we all know the black people are the originals.
I'm just, you know, I like to piece things together. Like, you know, I'm just noticing that, damn, white people really run everything.
Hieroglyphs have kinky hair, braids, and like, look at hieroglyphs and look at the men on the hieroglyphs. Look at the men that the Egyptians had as slaves in the hieroglyphs. The people that they were whipping. They all had kinky hair, dark faces. There's nothing else to talk about. That's why they try to have curly hair. You ever think about that? Mm-hmm. Why the Jewish people are the only people with curly that try to have curly hair? They're in love with their curly hair. You ever thought about that? Because they're trying to mimic what the Bible says that they have that they don't. Kinks, braids, locks, things that black people have that they don't. So I mean, we can talk about that, but it's not nothing. It's not a real discussion. You know what I mean? It was a discussion years ago, but I think so much evidence has come and made you show this face that I don't even know why we even have an argument anymore that they're holding up land that isn't theirs. They're getting reparations that doesn't belong to them. But I think that's another topic for them.
Yeah, that might be
a strong 2 hours.
2 hours. Yeah. All right. Well, listen. Do you have any announcements? Anything going on? Any special sales?
Always check out our Facebook before you go on our website. Our Facebook is also Typical Black Tees, but the reason why you want to do that is because we always have discount codes on there daily. We also have brand reps that are giving out discount codes. So if you stay tuned into our Facebook, you'll see all the discount codes we have at typicalblacktees.com. Typical Black Tees on IG and on Facebook.
All right.
Also, look out for blogs from Typical Black Family, and also merchandise and food coming from us as well. Typical Black Family.
All right. And I guess I'll say one of my announcements for beginning in April, DGB will have something called the DGB CC, which is cardio and core. I want my young athletes to understand that being in tip-top shape, playing the sport that you play, is vital to your success, especially when you're trying to be one of the ones to go D1 overseas and or make it to the pro level of NBA or WNBA. So I will not just be talking about it. I will be out there sweating and running with you all. Okay? The whole month of April is tip-top shape month, so we're going to be focusing on cardio and core. If there is no more announcements to be made, we're going to wrap up. So,
can we talk about some battle rap real quick?
Some battle? Oh, battle rap.
If that's okay with you?
Sure. We got
about 2 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes. We got 3 minutes. What you want? Twerk is the best battle rapper?
So, I mean, yeah, we know that. But he's the most exciting right now. He's not the best.
Who is he not better than, Dede?
He's not the best. Geechee Gotti's the best. Geechee Gotti is champion of the year.
Oh my God.
There's a battle rapper named Twerk, yes.
I know Twerk. You say he's the best?
He's not. I don't think he's the best.
He is the best.
I think he has the ability to be the best battle rapper we've ever seen.
Who else is better than him? Who?
Who you think better?
OG Prana.
Oh.
Prana?
What? Okay, she just wants to argue. Nope.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, you talking about somebody from around here.
Yeah, you're right. Nope, not doing it. Nope.
I'm going to say this. DMV battle rap has come a long way, and they are making waves on the big arenas. They've been on RBE and URL for, like, tearing it up. Spanish Harlem to Cuban, who just had a fire performance, I heard, at the... at Band Legacy, and like the DMV scene is crazy right now. Battle rap. There's a couple of them coming up on 420. Twerk is actually battling my man Ralphie Gabbana.
Yeah, Ralphie. You told me about that.
Yeah,
I will definitely.
I'm going. It's gonna be a ward off.
I'm going to that one. I will definitely be in the building.
I'm going to
see
my man
Twerk
Ralphie
versus Ralphie. Yes, and hold on, ain't Drugs
battling E Hot.
E
That's
Hart
gonna be
is
crazy.
gonna be
That's
fire.
gonna be a bar
Yo,
fest.
E
That's
Hart
gonna be a
got
bar fest.
bar.
She's sick and like real slight with it. Like you really gotta pay attention for E Hot bars. But yeah, that's gonna be.
What
one.
day is that?
That's 420.
420.
Or 419. It might be that's 420. 420.
So it's gonna be a lot of smoking shit in that building. I don't smoke, kids. You know, I love battle rap.
Yeah, I'm gonna be high and watching every one of them battles on 420.
I have to clear my whole day for that because I need to see.
That's a
Twerk
Sunday,
first.
so you should be straight. Ain't too much going on.
Yeah, but I need to see Twerk live.
Yeah.
Pause.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
But we gonna chill.
End
He ended the live.
that.
But yeah, DMV Battle Rap is on the come up. I just wanted to have that real quick session because I don't know when the next time I'm gonna have an off day to be in and talk about that. But DMV Battle Rap is on the come up. I love battle rap. If you know me, you know that's literally all I do. I smoke and watch battle rap because I hate the way these new people rap. I really do. I hate the rhyme patterns, the schemes. If it's not K-Dot, if it ain't Royce the 5'9", I'm probably not listening to no industry person at all. I listen to battle rap and battle rappers' lyrics. Battle rappers actually put bars on beats now, and people, still listen to it.
I like
hooks. I like hooks, but
I like Dave East though. Dave East is a pretty
solid. And I'm not saying that there are none out here, but they put on the radio, Dave East ain't on the radio.
Gotcha.
You gotta search for people like that. I gotta search for Royce the 5'9" stuff. I don't know when he's dropping. I know when something dropping new from Uzi Vert or Migos or anybody that's hot. But the rapping ain't hot no more. Rapping ain't hot no more.
Sounding crazy is
not even sounding crazy. Saying whatever that has some swag to it on a beat is hot. Literally what Future said, and he's been doing it, and he's been winning by doing it. I don't have to say anything. He said that, and people still listen to the man. Now he has some fire songs, but he ain't saying nothing. But, that's just my piece. I love battle rap because it's actual content. It's actual people putting bars on beats and actual intricate, words and phrases and puns and similes. What rap was, the essence of what rap was. That's my piece.
Yo, when I get them locked up,
so that's all for us.
It's over with.
That's all for us. If the DJ
bigger clip.
If the DJ could cue the music.
The gun shit.
Nope, yep,
wait a minute.
Nope.
The gun talk.
Nope. Nope.
It's gangrene.
Nah. Fuck it.
Glock 9.
I'm done.
And that is it. Another exciting episode of DGB Podcast, Dream, Grind, Believe.
Yeah.
Thank you, Win DC Radio, for the platform. We are out.
Yeah.